Hello, everyone, and welcome to another pre-conference interview. My name is Chris Wharton. I'm co-chair of the conference along with Glenn Cochran. And today we're lucky enough to have Judy Thompson with us. Hi, Judy.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. Good. Thank you again for doing this. Judy Thompson from Thompson Language Center out in Ontario, right?
That's right.
So you are coming to the Canada 2015 conference at Lake Louise, and you're going to be presenting. Could you tell us the title and a little bit about your presentation?
Sure, I'm doing Draw Me a Picture. It's pronunciation aids or tools for visual learners. Pronunciation and speaking is my thing.
Okay,
And
great.
it started a
What?
few years ago when I
Sure.
was, you want me to explain my thing, right?
Yeah,
So,
please.
so I have a system for teaching pronunciation, and I was explaining to someone who's not in the industry, and she said one of those things that changes your life forever. She said, "Can you draw me a picture?" And I could, and it made me start thinking of all the ideas about language and sharing and learning language in pictures and Venn diagrams and different things like that. And it worked really, really well. So what I'm bringing to Lake Louise is it's pretty much a roadmap for how speaking works, and then students can plot themselves. They can see where they are in the big picture and how far they have to go. So there's 6 basic steps that make conversation and then fluency work.
Okay, and this technique is basically available to beginner all the way up to advanced learners?
Absolutely. Yes, that's, if I could talk about a couple of points about it, it's about using tools that they already have. So if they know the alphabet, it gives them access to sounds with the English phonetic alphabet. And their colors, the vowel sounds are embedded in the names of colors. So it's a nice visual tool for, I have it somewhere. It's up on the wall.
Okay.
There you go.
All
Looks
right.
like
So
that.
you're gonna show that during the presentation and get into it with some
That's
examples.
part of the roadmap. Yeah, that's step one is the sound blocks, the individual units of sound in English and how to access them quickly and easily.
Excellent.
Step
I
one.
know in my teaching situation, depending on the language background of the learners, there's different pronunciation needs, right? So you see this across the spectrum.
Well, if you make a yardstick for, this is a yardstick for how English works. So when you make a yardstick, you can compare all other languages against it. Is mine a sound-based language or a stress-based language? Are these the individual sounds in my language, or which ones are different? Is every word important, or do content words carry the day? So as soon as you trot out one language, they instantly and instinctively say, oh, my language works like that, or my language doesn't work like that. So they can make really powerful shifts really, really quickly.
Excellent. I know, and you probably know this, of course, being in pronunciation for quite a while, interested in it. A lot of teachers kind of shy away from the teaching of pronunciation. Um, what would you say to those teachers that are a little shy about, bringing up pronunciation in their regular speaking class?
That's a fantastic question. Actually, this whole pre-interview or pre-conference interview series, that was brilliant too. I don't know who came up with that, but I meant to say that right at the beginning and I forgot.
Oh,
Yes,
great, thanks.
teachers shy away from teaching pronunciation largely because of IPA. So IPA is a really old tool, and it's a very, we talk about learner autonomy. That's the
Mhm.
quintessential teacher tool, and it's not really accessible for learners, and a lot of teachers walk away from it too. So this makes teaching pronunciation easy and accessible for every level. So literacy, it works for literacy because color and ABCD are the very first things that any student learns in a new language. So it's using what they know to get to the next level. It's
That's great. That
speed.
sounds great. Nice. Yeah, I know. If teachers do have something like this in their pocket to pull out, yeah, that would make it a lot easier for sure. There's quite a few other presentations at the conference on pronunciation. Have you had a chance? Are you going to look at some of those, or have you had a chance to look at some other presentations you might be interested in?
The presentations that really caught my attention were Bill Acton. He talks about gestures And he talks about teaching for a long, long time, like 45 years. And then after 35 years, he had these epiphanies about this is how we can make it faster.
Mm,
And the value of old teachers who have their epiphanies.
right.
Um, but his goal is to make the learning curve much shorter. I think we can make it much, much shorter than it is right now. And Bill has a commitment to that, which is interesting to me.
That's great.
There's a Diane who talks about tutela groups. And
Okay. Yeah.
I found working with like-minded groups a really, really powerful tool, a really powerful thing for forwarding new approaches and new ideas. So
Right.
that was interesting to me. And there's Emily Albertson is talking about literacy. And I've recently been approached for using the colors and the speaking system. It goes the other way. So if you have a bridge from writing to speaking, which we now do, it works the other way too. A bridge goes both ways. So people who speak English and can't read it,
Yeah.
we've got lots of ways of applying. So literacy is my new passion. It's the same tool, but it's just using it in a new application. So I was interested in Emily too. And
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. There are quite a few streams to choose from and quite a few presentations for each one. So hopefully you'll find something that's that's up your alley for sure. And we're looking forward to your
absolutely.
presentation for sure. Um, I think a lot of the techniques and that you'll present are probably going to be new to people, which is great. That's the whole reason we have these conferences, right? So
Absolutely. So this might be a good time to shout out to Heather Perry. Heather
okay,
Perry was an early adopter
yeah,
of this system and really instrumental in getting me to Alberta in the first place. And Dwight Mackey as well. I think they're both from SAIT.
that's right.
So
Yeah, they're
Dwight,
both my coworkers. Yeah,
yeah, well, Dwight and Mackey and I duke it out on LinkedIn group
right,
sometimes. But he's really a forward thinker and open-minded, and he's a little bit of a gentleman too. He always ends these conversations with "My students love your stuff." So
right,
whatever he and I discuss that we agree on or don't agree on, he ends
right.
with "My students love your stuff," which is
Nice.
very cool.
That's great. That's great. I'll pass that along for sure. And Judy, that's actually a great way to kind of end our conversation today. Thanks so much again for taking the time, and we're looking forward to seeing you in Lake Louise.
I can't wait. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Judy.